5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, for the moment, while I clean up again, Mr. Genius, your month, please.
Cool. So, aside from winning Sushi Go party, what I've done this month has it's been kind of varied. So I saw the finale of the first season of Loki.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that finished between our sessions.
It did.
I think it was like a week after.
Yes, because it was. And yeah, I may have said last time that the other Disney Plus shows for Marvel kind of stuttered a bit near the end, but they still stuck landing. Same again for Loki, but I think it held a lot better. So basically, it ends with quite the big revelation and quite the big twist to how things are going to play out. Not only in the story of Loki and Mobius and Hunter B12 and everyone else, but also possibly the Marvel Universe as a whole. With a couple of surprising cameos. But they're only surprising if you know the reasons behind them.
What you're saying is, in order to watch Loki, you have to have watched all of the Marvel films before it?
No, it's kind of forethought. And that's all I'm going to say, because there's a big spoiler in the finale of if you know what's going to happen in the future movies, you understand. If you don't, it's still a cool thing, though. It's still a very cool episode, very dramatic, very well structured. But yeah, it's a case of if you enjoy it as an isolation, it's good. If you have a broader concept of the MCU as a whole, yeah, it's a bigger thing. It's a big thing.
I will enjoy getting around to it in about 25 years.
Good for you. Aside from that, continuing on with a bunch of other stuff that I've been going through for the past few months because I have way too much stuff to watch. Didn't particularly help, seeing as the fact that I have now actually found something on Netflix that I've started to watch, which is My Hero Academia.
Yes.
So
Another one I've heard a lot about, need to get around to watching, and everyone keeps on pointing at one character for me.
Again, another one that people have recommended to me to watch, along with everything else that I've been recommended to watch. So it's just a case of, add it to the backlog. It's not enough hours in the day to watch all of this, but still add it to the backlog.
Is the one on Netflix the English sub, or is it?
I think they offer both.
Okay. How many seasons is on there so far?
I don't know. Truth be told, I only started watching it the last couple of days, so I haven't really seen how many series they have. But Netflix has just recommended to me one of the movies, so I imagine at least a couple.
At the moment, it's in its 5th season. There's been 2 movies out so far. The 3rd one's supposed to come out at some point this year.
Yes. I think it's already out in Japan, isn't it?
I don't know, actually.
I swear I've seen, stuff for the 3rd season already.
There's been teasers, I think.
Impossible.
I've heard a lot about it, and yeah, it's that kind of thing that sort of would be quite interesting. It's a nice change to standard superhero things and such. So yeah, I'm interested in it. I will see what it is like. Unfortunately, it's got to compete with JoJo, DuckTales,
also on my loyal list.
Mr. Kobayashi, all sorts of other things as well. There's just too much stuff.
I need a holiday to watch everything, I think, and play everything.
Yes. But along with that, I have also been going through my gaming backlog and subsequently adding to it.
Oh dear.
So it's been a bit of it's been a fairly big month in terms of collecting stuff. So last week was the release of 2 hotly anticipated games for myself, which was Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is the Switch release or Steam release of the
and PS4 actually.
Oh, okay, cool. But basically, the 3DS Japan-only Ace Attorney games were released as a single bundle.
The ones based, they're the ones based on the Sherlock Holmes era.
Yes.
So I think they're Phoenix Wright's ancestor. One of them is.
I believe that's the case. Yes. But I love the whole reason behind why it didn't get a Western release was a bunch of things, but also because of the fact of the Arthur Conan Doyle estate and their request with Sherlock Holmes, the character, because the character can cause a little bit of grey area in terms of copywriting. So
yeah, it's a weird one. In America,
Yeah.
America have denounced their copyright because it's past the statute of limitations. They can do it. So in America, officially, it's what's it called?
Free game.
it's public domain.
Public domain. That's it. However, the Conan Arthur Doyle estate denies this and demands that they should get revenue from anyone using the likeness or concept, everything.
So for this,
Copyright law. Don't ask me why I know all this stuff.
so in order to combat this, the translation team for Ace Attorney Chronicles have decided to forego all of this rigmarole and decided to name the character Herlock Sholmes.
Of course.
Yep.
That's all way of getting around it.
It's technically illegal because it doesn't use the likeness of the character.
Indeed.
He's far too much of a pretty boy, I believe.
So that's that, and then the other big one was Neo: The World Ends with You. Now, The World Ends with You is still up there with my top 3 RPGs. No question, it's up there, along with Skies of Arcadia Legends and, depending on my mood, either Persona 4 or Persona 5. But yeah, World Ends with You was such a phenomenal game for the DS. It was innovative. It had such a big story, and it sort of had this sort of urban fantasy vibe to it that just gelled so well. And after however many years later, the sequel released, and basically it's like diving back into that world again and just reminiscing of the time spent playing through the original game, and it's going, I remember that character. Oh snap! Why is that character there? Seriously, they pulled a reveal of the fact that, oh yes, character from the first game is back in some form in the second game, just inexplicably, despite what happens in the first game, and that's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's pretty good. Control scheme obviously has changed to allow for no more scribbling on the screen and such. I think the only downside so far is that I'm not a fan of the soundtrack, but that's probably because I loved the original soundtrack, and anything different to that is not going to gel, even if it still sits in with the whole vibe of the music being representative of the music of the current age. So yeah, not my kind of music, but I still appreciate the work gone into it, and having a blast with it so far. The other main thing I've been playing, that Urth and ShadowFox can confirm, is a little game called Metal Gear Survive. So
Machine Son.
Nano Machine Son. So there was discussions in our group about this during the last sales and such on Steam, and the game was distributed. I think Urth, you gifted it to a bunch of people.
So I gifted it to someone for their birthday and another person because I felt like I should. And to be honest, I would have gifted it to you if I knew you'd wanted it and I had the money at the time.
No worries. So
It's not a mainline game you'd have expected people to want necessarily. So
yeah,
Well,
true.
to be fair, the only reason I knew John and Dusk enjoyed it, in quotation marks, is because we free played it on Xbox, I think it was.
we played it back on Xbox when it was released.
Yes, because it was only 20 quid on release.
It was really cheap.
But yeah, it. So I picked it up and I've just blitzed through the story mode so I can actually get to the decent multiplayer stuff, so I can play it with you guys. And yeah, story's absolute garbage.
The story is there is a placeholder. It's like there is story.
There is the concept of a story. There are people. There are actors. There are words written on a script that Matt Mercer has spoken. There is nothing combining any of this together into one coherent plotline.
Except for Metal Gear.
That is kind of not really.
It's kind of fun to write a story with the constraints of reusing assets. What have we got? What have we got with the assets we've got? We can't make anything new. Not really, other than a few bits.
Other than a few things. But yeah, the story is garbage. but the
The story-
game
the
is
story-
the gameplay is solid.
The
It's a
story,
s-
the story functions.
Yeah.
The story that is what I would say. Is it gets you from plot point to plot point. It helps you understand everything, and then it's like, eh.
But I will say it does a kind of good job of slowly adding the mechanics that you need to use over time.
As I say, the gameplay is good. The gameplay is solid, and it does that really well. It's just the story behind it's absolute garbage.
Yes.
I mean, they did lose their greatest writer of all time, Hideo Kojima. For this.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Iga.
Yeah, Higa.
Yeah,
I don't
Iga.
actually know if he was working on it either, to be honest.
He doesn't, but he was a Konami person, representative. He was Castlevania.
He was a Castlevania guy.
Yeah.
He was the Castlevania guy. So,
But no,
why-
this
that's
was
why-
the first Metal Gear without Kojima,
Yeah. Well,
basically.
that's why Bloodborne or Bloodstain was an Igavania.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I'd say yes. Main game, solid if uninspiring plotline. Multiplayer has just been carnage and mayhem and just ShadowFox throwing.
Himself.
And
Sorry,
hammers.
It-
From what I
it-
understand,
it-
hammers.
It is a perfectly good co-op horde mode game that honestly I'm surprised because since we stopped playing they actually updated it with a few bits and bobs like over the course of 2 years and it's still servers are still running, they still have content flowing through it. There at Konami there is like a small team of like 2-3 people who are just keeping this thing running. I swear that's what it is.
It's
Yeah.
on life support, but sure.
Huh?
It's on life support, but
I mean, probably. But I mean, I guess it's technically profitable enough for Konami. I mean, I guess they don't need to have many servers running,
yeah.
considering the player
Is
count
it
for
running
Steam
on
is
servers,
like.
or is it running peer to peer?
There must be some servers,
Hmm.
but it's like 100 people on Steam peak over the course of the last. few months.
I remember you mentioning that. So
Yeah, I do
effectively,
I tried to do a quick match, and I waited for like 15 minutes, and not a single other person turned up.
so basically, having just started the game, I'm top 100 in the world. I'm going to
You
take
are-
that.
Yeah, you are top 100 in the world.
It's still not going to beat my top 15 in the world in Crystal Caves HD that one time, or the fact I'm somehow, miraculously, I have no idea why, but I'm somehow good enough to be in the top 200 speedrunners for Letter V 6 times. Don't ask me why, I just
You
do.
love that game.
It is a fantastic game, to be honest.
Yes, Survive's a weird one. Like, to be fair, I think a lot of the good mechanics can be somewhat attributed to Metal Gear Solid 5. But, I mean, like, some of the systems they've added on top and the new weapon systems they've added have been quite good. Because I don't think there's a bow and arrow in MGS5, is there?
I don't know.
But yeah, that has been my month.
Yeah, we've been enjoying Metal Gear Survive, I think, is the
yes.
main thing.
It is.
To answer your question about the third My Hero Academia film, it's supposed to come out on the 6th next week.
Sorry, I meant season 3, not
No,
third film.
season 3.
Yeah. ShadowFox is off somewhere.
Oh, he's off somewhere, yes. But yeah, the third movie is supposed to come out next week, so that's something for some people to look forward to.
I've got to catch up with the rest anyway, so.
Yeah, there's a, as I say, metric ton of stuff to go through. So
Yeah. So, next round. So,
Yay.
here is the bonus round where we're playing for giggles, really. This person gets the
We're playing for the mochi ice cream at the end of the night.
mochi and green ice cream.
Mm.
Green tea ice cream.
Oh, hang on.
Which, if Ian gets too much more, he's going to be
Well,
quite
although if
sick.
Ian gets more, I'm not going to catch up.
I don't think it really matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
You need another 4 to score anything anyway.
Yes.
So, everyone put your cards down for the final round.
What?
All right. Apologies. Crow was very excited. PC woes might be over.
Oh!
Might be over. We're getting
Might.
somewhere.
Yay.
Hurrah! Let's bring out the
Yes.
marching band.
And after this, half of us are going to be playing D&D. One of us is going to be DMing D&D.
Yes,
So-
I will.
And the other will be eating popcorn, just waiting to hear about it afterwards.
Yeah. So it's
There's nothing stopping him listening in, actually.
this cooking food, enjoying PC, and then
Yes.
D&D.
Right, flip over in 3, 2, 1.
Onigiri.
Oh.
Why change a habit?
Why change a habit of a lifetime? Saying that, I've gone for an eel.
So I'm halfway to my 8 points.
Yep, and ShadowFox got his miso soup.
Miso soup.
Oh, why would you give me this?
Otoraigo, kabazu. Oh, the lacos de soup.
I recently looked that up again. I don't know why.
Why can I remember that? Of all things, why is it that some things just live rent free in your head that are
Right,
completely
go
pointless?
soup weird animation.
Yeah.
Well, to
The
be
hell
fair,
with
at least it isn't Baka Mikai.
Can't stop predicting the shit. 3, 2, 1, flip.
Onigiri.
Gimme urumaki.
Urumaki.
So we've got two Uramakis, 5 for
5
Shadowfox,
and 5
4
and 4
for
with what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
I imagine that's all the 5's gone, so we might have to start.
Ian's nicked one of my onigiri, and I've got a menu, so I'm going to flip through the menu quick. That's not bad.
Oh.
There's
Although,
another again.
Oh.
No, not the entire thing.
So,
right,
okay.
guess what I'm taking?
So, for the record, that was a squid nigiri,
Squid nigiri.
a 5-roll uramaki, and an eel. And Urth has picked the ice cream sandwich onigiri.
Oh, yeah, that is ice cream sandwich, isn't it? Yeah.
But there is a specific reason I chose that one.
Indeed.
And then guess this card.
Rotate your
Hey.
hands.
Done.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to go for this one.
Alright, there we go.
3, 2, 1.
Onigiri.
Squid nigiri.
Oh.
Urumaki.
Oh.
So, Urumaki, we have Ian's on 8, Ian's on 5, I'm on 9.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's not good.
No
That's not-
surprises what I'm picking. Hey, ShadowFox.
no, not at all.
Go with that.
I'm gonna bite the bullet on this one.
3, 2, 1. Onigiri.
Unamaki.
Oh.
More miso.
So that's a miso for ShadowFox, a 3-roll uramaki for Ein, so that brings him up to 8. Another onigiri. This time it's the quote-unquote jelly donut. And I got my eel. So that means
Oh. ShadowFox, I love you.
Okay, good.
I know what he's giving you.
Yeah, he has. That's
I
quite
think I know
big.
what
Yeah,
he's giving you.
he's got
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Onigiri! Full set!
Okay, so hang on, we got
Hang on a
number.
second. I've got 9.
Hang on a
I've got
second.
12.
I've got 9.
Oh, well, this is
I've got
interesting.
12. So
What's,
we both
what's,
have
what's the rule on a tie?
We both have 12.
if it's a tie, you both lose and I get the 8 points.
I'm going to check that one.
'Cause,
There is actually a rule, I believe, so...
so yeah, so myself and Ian have paired up on the Urumaki.
Right.
We both ended up with 12 on the same turn. Urumaki. During a round.
Oh.
Multiple players reach 10 or more icons at the same turn. Ties are broken by the highest number of Urumaki icons. If the players are still tied, they both receive the full points for the place they are contesting.
Yay.
And the next step is skipped.
They are the first
Oh.
players to pass 10 icons.
So you both get 8, and
And
whoever
we did
gets next
90 and
only
5.
gets 2. No one gets 5.
No, someone will get 2.
Something we
Someone gets
denied.
2.
We denied Ian the 5. He only gets the 2 at most.
Yes, you both get 8. So take your 8 now.
Yay, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 2.
2!
62.
It's 62.
2!
I'm at 48.
Okay. So that was that turn. What did you get?
I picked a miso soup.
Miso. I'm going to say, Ein, that was the best possible outcome for both of us.
Yeah, that was really. Oh, but I don't think it's worth me going that.
I have to go with this. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit.
3, 2, 1.
Damn
No!
No! 2
Good job,
miso
Ein.
soups have been played by Ein and ShadowFox, so no miso.
No miso.
Indeed.
Me and the Random Genius just went for some simple nigiri. We both get. He gets 3. He's got salmon. I've got.
No.
I've got salmon. You've got a squid.
Yes.
So you get 3. I get 2.
Yes.
Something like that. Ooh, I could have got that. Ooh, no, that's good.
Well, I'm gonna. I get the points anyway, even if I don't hit 10, don't I? For the Uramaki.
As long as you've got more than Earth.
As long as I can't get 9.
So you're guaranteed 2 provided Earth doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Trust
I
me,
will.
that's not happening.
I'll take that risk.
3, 2, 1. T.
Damn it!
Oh!
Oh no! And Venato and
I
ShadowFox
knew what was
both
coming in his
misoed
hand.
themselves
I had
again.
to take the risk.
We both double misoed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Crow is
And
extremely hard.
Random Genius gets a single egg nigiri, but it's worth it.
But you got a T.
I got tea.
Yes.
Ooh, you know what? Let's go with that.
3, 2, 1. Nigiri.
I'll flip John's over.
He has green tea.
Uramaki, it does nothing to me unless I get something to go with it.
You
Trust
will
me.
need a tea.
Trust me, you're gonna hate this one.
God damn it!
And I got a salmon nigiri, by the way.
Green tea.
Green tea.
I think everyone's got green
Green tea.
John, reveal your last card.
Green tea.
God damn it.
Sadly,
So-
me and
That
ShadowFox
means
only have
nothing.
2,
That
so it
gets
means
binned.
nothing.
I'm going to bin it.
Yeah.
No. technically you still keep it. You just
It doesn't,
worth
do
nothing.
anything.
It's
Yeah.
worth nothing to me.
So,
Nothing.
final score roundups.
Mm.
Out in front is ShadowFox.
Well, hang
62.
on. I still need, and at my 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 68 in grand total.
Oof.
Final score of 68. I'm out in front next, oddly enough. So
Yep.
And
I
get
don't
another
have any
4.
green tea. I only have 2 green tea ice creams. So that counts for nothing. I have 6 in nigiris. That puts me up there. I then have a tea, which is 4 points for my onigiris, which 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have
The full
a
set.
full set of onigiri, which gives me 16 points.
Yeah,
So,
that was.
So that's
18.
16,
17.
17.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm on 77
77.
points.
77.
I think maybe Ian's the best one to beat at this point. I mean, him.
True,
To be
but
honest.
Venato, you get to go first because you were ahead of.
Yeah.
Yes, true. I've got 2 onigiri, so that is 4 points.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've got.
You've already got your points from that,
But just get the green tea. 12
which
points.
is 12 points.
That's it.
So,
Oh,
which puts you on 64
Hey.
Nice recovery after the bit of a
after you started with
painful
0.
first round. So,
last but not least,
so
Random
I
Genius.
get 2 points for my uramaki.
Yep.
I then get 6 points for my 3 nigiris, 1 squid, 1 egg, 1 salmon. I get 3 for miso soup.
3, 4.
Miso soup.
I get 7 for eel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that puts me at 64 along with Ein.
Did you not get you 2 for your Uramaki, or did you take that?
I've already had
Yeah,
that.
you
So my last
Yeah.
thing is 12 for the green tea.
I think that does put you in front of me.
No.
No,
One short.
one
He
short.
was at
Oh
5.
no! Well, you won the base game anyway, but despite not having any green tea bonus, onigiri just by 1 point makes me win the bonus game.
Onigiri gave you the win.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm surprised by that.
God damn it.
I mean, that's 16 points. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
16.
that's
that
nothing.
is more than what my green tea gave. So I had
This
to
is
try
true.
and.
Although,
And I had it
to be fair though, he had to get all 4 in a turn, or in a round even.
In a round,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
hard, and I wouldn't have got it without that menu.
Yes.
You took the one that was in the other hand, and I assumed someone would. So
I was like, if we'd not doubled down on our green tea, we wouldn't have been anywhere near the top 3 anyway.
True.
So yes, that was Sushi Go Party.
Indeed. And as the victor of the bonus round, why don't you regale us of your stuff? And you don't actually have to tidy up this time.
No, this time I don't, which is why I left it till last. And I'll be honest, sadly, new game-wise, I've got one new game, but I've barely played it, sadly. So, other than Survive, which kind of new, I did get a Switch game called, and I'm now trying to remember what it is, World's End Club.
That's the one by the devs, or some of the devs of Danganronpa, isn't it?
Yes, and you can very much tell from
Going by the title, I would have accepted something by the people who made The World Ends With You, if that's...
That's true. The main plot, as far as I understand it, is you are a bunch of school kids who are on a school trip. Very interesting designs for all of them, which is probably good because you can all tell them apart. And they're watching a TV show while on the bus about a weird, half-coloured and mixed character who challenges people to playing a death game. Sound familiar?
Let me guess. Is this two-toned individual, two-toned with white and black?
Actually, no, not just white and black. He has multiple colours to him.
Does he have
I
red?
cannot remember his name for the life of me, though. I'm just going to see if I can actually find it.
Barry.
No, I can't. But he's a weird
Barry
jester. He's kind of... It's actually more gold and pink and then white and blacks on top.
Oh, so kind of like... I'm getting vibes of Demento from Super Paper Mario.
I'll tell you what. It's actually closer to something like Riala. He's called Peelpo. But yeah, he's got golden legs, pink highlights everywhere, and has a little bit of a two-tone design, but it's not evenly split. So
definitely not Monokuma. Definitely
not Monokuma. You play as Raichu, not spelt quite the same, but you're just like a boy, and on your school trip you get hijacked, and then you all awake in these weird pods. And then you're thrust into a death game where you all have a watch on your wrist, and all of you have got to kill each other in order to survive. But everyone has a task on their wristwatch. The wristwatch, however, gives the task for another person. So you need to find out what your task is. If you complete your task, you get a key that will open one lock, any lock you want. And if you fail to complete your task, you get put in a machine that you're going to be murdered in.
Ooh.
Now, this is just the first scene. I have not gone any further than that first scene. I have completed it, and you have to go around. People are tricking you. It's very, very similar in theme to the Danganronpa stuff, but it is a platformer. So the theme is just purely there for the storyline. So far, everything's been quite linear. There's optional collectible pickups that you can find. yeah, I've not got massively into it. So if I get a chance to play it again, because I only played it last weekend while I was traveling, I will try and play a little bit more of it. I do actually need to download the soundtrack at some point because I did get the Deluxe edition.
Nice.
But other than that, I've kind of just been on my normal stint of playing. As I said, been doing a bit of FF5, been doing a lot of Gunfire Reborn. I've been doing the newest difficulty they've done, which is called Reincarnation Mode, which is kind of meant for when you're already max level, because you use your remaining level up souls to buy additional super perks in it. To give you an example, you can get enhanced versions of your scrolls. One scroll I quite like is something called Bear and Fish Paw, which halves your damage, but everything you do hits twice.
So twice the chance for things to proc. But
Yes,
same damage,
exactly.
but same damage,
So-
but twice critical, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're, especially if you're a character that does a lot of elemental effects, it's great because then you've got twice the chance to proc the elemental effects. The enhanced version instead still reduces your damage by 50%, but 75% of your attacks will double hit. The other 25 will triple hit.
Ooh, wow.
So you're doing 125% damage or something like that?
Yeah,
On some attacks,
it'd be 150% damage.
150, yeah.
Technically, on
Yeah.
25% each attacks. The average would be somewhere close to 117%, but it's better.
Yeah.
Um, and-
Overall, it comes out as more damage.
And I was a melee character who was just doing high damage per hit anyway. So when I got the triple hits, they were ow.
Big.
We were poison blade as well. So yeah, there's that. Final Fantasy 14. The big wait for the new expansion is on at the moment.
Yeah.
So me and a few others have been going through our kind of back catalogue of hard version bosses that we've not beaten yet. I'm going to try not to spoil them because Random Genius has not got that far.
Hi.
But I have beaten. This one's less of a surprise for you because it was in all of the trailer images for Shadowbringers. But the fairy
I've not
boss,
seen the trailers for Shadowbringers.
Fair enough. The boss that is a fairy, which won't surprise you, really. It's not that much of a spoiler. We managed to do, which is a level 81, so it's the latest expansion. It's my first dragon mount, which is
Ooh.
every series has like a set of mounts. So the first set is horses, second set is birds, third set is dogs, the fourth set is dragons. So I have my first dragon mount out of 7, I think. And we also, myself and 2 others from our party, free-manned the Lunar Bunny boss. The Lunar Bunny is something in a culture that I don't know that much about, I'm going to admit. But there is a boss based around it. And yeah, that one's a bit tricky because there's a very particular mechanic that you have to get right. And with 3 people, if you don't get it right, everyone dies. So, but we did it. And in 5 runs of it, we'd all got our birds from it. No, dogs from it, sorry.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is really good because it only has like a 30% drop rate chance. So,
Yeah, I remember hearing about those escapades, and yeah, I look forward to having a go at that.
Yeah, I mean, you'll fight the normal version of both of those bosses because they're both compulsory on storyline. So you'll fight the normal ones at the very least.
True.
So that's been fun. And then the other Final Fantasy game I play regularly is Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which is a mobile game. And recently I've been going through and successfully beating most of the 6-star Magicites. There are kind of 2 sets of endgame super battles. You have the Magicites, which are element-based. So you just pick all the best characters that do that particular element type of damage. And then there's the Dream bosses, which are bosses aimed at particular game series. So the whole point of Record Keeper is it's the big combination of all of the Final Fantasy games. You can play as all of your favorite characters from all the games, and even being a mobile game, you can just basically they'll give you things that you can just pick your favorite characters. So you can make your dream team, whatever you like. But they still have specialist skills, and what the gacha part of it basically is getting their bonus skills. They're fairly lenient with it though, but you just generally tend to play with what you get and what the best stuff you can do is. So I've kind of been trying both of them, but I've been the kind of game-based ones. I've not been able to beat any of them so I'm on the 3rd difficulty, which is called Dream Breakers, and they're very difficult. There is actually one level above them, but you need to beat the Dream Breakers first, which are just basically iconic bosses from those games. I think I've tried like several of them, from 7 where you fight Ultimate Weapon to 9 where you fight Death Guys. 14, I think you fight what's his name?
Yes, that one.
Guy we fight in the Prattle. Gaius,
yes.
But yeah, I've not been able to beat any of those. The ones I have been beating are the 6-star Magicites. So these are essentially the most famous summons in Final Fantasy, and you go against them in very difficult elemental battles. I have beaten the 6 main elements, and I've just got the 2 bonus elements of light and darkness to go. They're a bit different because they oppose each other, whereas the other elements are like in a wheel. So fire is strong against ice, ice is strong against wind, wind is strong against earth, earth is strong against lightning, lightning is strong against water, water is strong against fire. So getting onto that wheel in the first place is the hard part, but then going around it is supposed to be a bit easier. But all of these bosses are ridiculously difficult and have specialized gimmicks to them. So to give you a slight look into it, Leviathan, who is the water boss, is drowning you while you are trying to hit him. So you have a certain time limit, which is your oxygen, to beat him in. And there are ways of increasing it, but he has ways of decreasing it as well. So it's a bit of a fight against time on that one. Ifrit has Pillars of Fire, which if you do not destroy, will auto-kill you if he takes too much damage. And if you try and hit those fire pillars, they also fight back. Random Genius might be quite familiar with this mechanic because it's the same mechanic that happens in Final Fantasy XIV, ironically enough. Titan brings up a massive earthen wall, which doesn't take damage unless you do over 50,000 damage in one hit. That's a lot. So yeah, I've managed to beat all of the 6 elemental bosses now, which is great. I've now got to beat the 2 middle ones, and then it's all done until they release the final element, which hasn't come out yet over here.
It's heart, isn't it?
No.
Dirt. No. Fairy.
Nope.
Dragon. It's the
Steel.
Dragonet.
Steel type.
Nope. It is a Pokemon type, though. If you keep going through the Pokemon types, you might get there.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Not Ghost. What was the one you said, I?
I said ghost as well.
You went psychic then.
No, not Psychic.
Bug.
Nope.
Poison.
No, we're talking about Final Fantasy.
Well done, Ian. Poison.
Oh,
Poison
but
is an
that
in Final
element,
Fantasy.
that element that they forgot about in the game.
Yes, and they're gonna start bringing back soon.
Wait, which element? Sorry.
Poison.
Poison.
So generally, poison has been good against human creatures. I'm not sure how they're going to work the Magicite on that, because there isn't anything it can be weak to, because everything else has a nice comparison. So
Seymour.
we'll see how that does.
Just Seymour.
Maybe,
That's
but
that's Final Fantasy X's Seymour, not Simpsons Seymour.
Damn it.
Or,
Seymour.
Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. But do you want to know who the 6-star Magicite boss is for poison?
Barry. Always
No.
Barry.
He's a purple octopus called Orthos. Or
Oh
Orthros.
gosh, not Orthos.
Oh yeah, it's Orthos.
Oh god, not Orthos.
I'm waiting to see if he does anything different versus female characters versus male characters.
Oh, why would you say that? Now they're going to.
The boss is already available in Japan, so they won't change it from the Japanese version.
No, fair.
But that is a running gimmick with him, basically. Is he doesn't like to hurt female characters as much.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because he wants to
that's
steal them.
Begin as everyone starts to re-roll new characters.
It's an octopus.
It's
So yes, that's
and on
pretty
that
much
note,
it's Japan.
and yeah, I've not really watched anything. I'm going to say there was an interesting thing I watched on YouTube, which is a look at the boxers from Punch-Out and how many rules they're breaking in terms of American rules. I will let people try and guess if they know Punch-Out boxers, and this is specifically the Wii version.
No, Mike Tyson.
No, not Mike Tyson. No, Mike Tyson. But if you can guess who has the most rule breaks and the least rule breaks, I will reward you with a cookie, I guess. But yeah, look out for the video from a guy called Bumbles McFumbles. It's a really good one. But yes, if you can guess who has the most rule breaks and the least rule breaks, I'll give you a cookie next time I see you.
Yay, cookie.
Yeah.
Anyone want to guess?
Probably Glass Joe and King Hippo.
No on both counts. Glass Joe is close. I will say Glass Joe is. I will give you Glass Joe because he technically breaks one rule, but he's not. It's not his fault he breaks it. He's forced to break it.
How do you force to break a rule?
The doctor forces him to wear headgear.
Oh, the headgear. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I thought it might be the headgear. But if it's doctor appointed, then okay.
And it's like, well, that's not Glass Joe's decision. Otherwise, Glass Joe is completely on board. There is technically one fighter that doesn't break any rules whatsoever in either of his matches.
Little man.
But I will give you Glass Joe. But no, King Hippo breaks a fair few rules, but he's not by nowhere near the most.
Okay, well that's me tapped out on Punch-Out characters.
Yeah, like who
I
else?
don't know any gays, so I'm out on that.
Then you just have to watch the video then. So I think that's it for us for LMC Cast, because some of us need to go eat, some of us need to go and prepare dungeoneering, and the rest of us just get to relax.
Yay.
So thank you for joining us for another LMC Cast. I'm sure we'll be back next month. No idea what game we're going to play. We'll find something.
We'll find something else.
But from myself, from the Random Genius, and from Mr. Venato and ShadowFox, hope you have a good month.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.